I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
I'm Linda J. We all know Election Day is just around the corner. We want change. We need change. We can be the change. Exercise your right for change on Election Day. Don't talk about it. Let's be about it. So let's roll to the polls in record numbers and we can make that change. This message is approved by KYOK 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOKradio.org.
Having trouble getting focused? Getting your to-do list turned on?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
KYOK 1140 and 92.3.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Be sure to tune in to Motivational Thursdays on Shiloh Radio, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., where you will be encouraged, inspired, and ignited on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM.
You're having your lunch on the lunch break with KYOK.
Expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
All right, I feel like I better come on to that today. Freestyle Friday, so I don't think I'm going to be able to play that disclaimer enough today. So, but anyway, I'm AJ Jones. It is the Lunch Break Sports Talk Show here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Had a great week. I mean, just been a great week, kicking things off with David Grubb at the beginning of the week. And then, let's see, Team Texas Tuesday. I almost feel like I forgot who we had on. Oh, me and Valencia King. I am Valencia King on Team Texas Tuesday. Winning Wednesday was off the chart with myself, Basketball Hall of Famer Cheryl Swoops, and David Grubb. And then yesterday, Dr. Aki Davis and John Foster for Throwback Thursday with the Sports Fellas. And John Foster turned 58 yesterday, still wishing him a happy and blessed birthday. So that's what the week shaped like, looked like this week. Hey Todd, what's going on? So I was gonna reach out to somebody to come on with me today, and then I decided not to do it because there's several things that I want to get into a little bit today. Obviously, we've got news going on. Let me see what the news is. Published reports say that James Harden and Russell Westbrook did not travel with the team to Orlando when the Rockets landed in Orlando. Of course, that sent social media into a frenzy. Oh, they're going out and partying one more time to the clubs. Well, the clubs are closed, so that ain't it. One, if not both of them have COVID. You're not a doctor, you don't know. And of course, it's because their mama and their mamas are fighting. They didn't want to travel together. I felt like I was a guest broadcaster on TMZ. I felt like I was in the Ricky Smiley and AJ with the T. By the way, keeping Ricky Smiley and his family in our prayers. His daughter was the victim of a senseless shooting earlier this week. She is recovering, but let me just tell you, man, stop it. Just stop it. And I'm not subscribing to the ignorance called black on black crime. Yeah, miss me with that media made up term so that you can feel good about yourself, not doing anything about what needs to be addressed. There is no such thing as black on black crime. Stop asking people what they're going to do about black on black crime. When you figure out what you're going to do about white on white crime and Asian on Asian crime and Latino on Latino crime, then get back to me about black on black crime. But that ain't a thing, and I got other important things to do. But the senseless gun violence, stop it. Just stop it. There's way too much going on right now to be worried about, going to a burger joint, going through a drive-through. The biggest thing you should be concerned about in a burger joint drive-through is if your burger, fries, and drink are going to come out the way that you ordered them. I mean, seriously. That's the biggest thing you should have to worry about. Not whether or not you're going to get shot through your car door. It shouldn't happen. And Ricky Smiley, I'm praying with you and for you, bro. Definitely praying for your daughter. I understand she's recovering, had to undergo surgery, and she is recovering. But again, today is that day. So if you want to talk about black on black crime and you feel froggy, leap 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000, because I got time today. I don't have a guest. I don't have I got breaks I gotta go to. In fact, I got something I want y'all to pay attention to in a little bit. I'm gonna read it in a couple of minutes. I want y'all to pay attention to that if you want to make a little money. But no, I got time today. I wanted to have time today to just really kind of sum things up a little bit that are going on in the world of sports and all of that. Spurs arrived safely in Orlando. They're getting ready to work out tomorrow. They'll have workouts in the bubble through the 20th. Then they'll play some scrimmage games, and then they get to the regular season on July 30th through the 31st. And I need the Rockets to figure it out. If you're down there to play basketball, you're down there to play basketball. Let's just, whatever Harden and Westbrook got going on, stop it. It ain't important. We don't need to see brothers out there fighting with each other over ISO ball and who doesn't like who and whatever it is that they got going on. It just needs to stop. All right, that's that. Rajon Rondo tweeted out a picture of his hotel room, and apparently he wasn't happy with it. And he said something to the effect, "Nice job, NBA, Motel 6." It was a nice room, Rajon. I don't know what you're used to. I'm not about to judge you on what your standard of living is. All I will say is this. It ain't the time for that either. It's not like the WNBA players that tweeted out pictures of rat traps in the laundry room, rat traps under their bed, or the food that they were serving them. Now, again, I saw the little, I call it airline-looking food that they served some of the players as soon as they checked in from what I understand, that was just kind of like the welcome meal. Hey, go ahead and get in your room, get comfortable, and here's something to snack on. The restaurants are all the top steak restaurants and fish joints, most of them surprisingly owned by Rockets owner Tillman Fertitta. And I'm not going to go down his restaurant empire. He doesn't advertise on my show, so I'm not giving him any shine. Yo, Tillman, you got my number. Get at me if you want some run on my show. But don't mistake how it starts for how it's going to be. If you don't have rat traps in your laundry room and rat traps under your bed, then chill out. Like, for real, chill out. And I got nothing but respect for Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo, to me, is like Tito Jackson. The Jackson 5. You got Michael, who's the second most famous Jackson. Now, guys, not talking about, Janet, Michael, Janet, in that order, and then the rest of them for me. But you got Michael, you got Jermaine, you got Randy, you got Marlon, and then you got Tito Jackson. You know what I mean? Marlon and Tito are the two, what's those other Jackson brother names? Like, you struggle to remember those. You got to realize that, man, listen, you're down there. You're going to be down there. You're going to be playing. They're going to take care of you, and you're going to be all right. It might be starting out a little bumpy, but it's going to get better. You're in the number. You're on the team. You're in the Jackie. Sydney Brown said, is Jackie. You might be right, Sydney. Who is the least memorable Jackson of the Jackson 5? And remember, Randy was not a member of the original Jackson 5. Randy came in because they kicked Jermaine out because Jermaine had a problem figuring out who was his girlfriend and his wife. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
Home. You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at lower
man, I love
cost,
you, bro.
which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers. And helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
How'd you like to eliminate your expensive cable bill forever or get new satellite internet where cable can't go? Well, now you can have affordable satellite internet service for a few dollars a day. All you need is a mini satellite installed, and you can have unlimited internet connections wirelessly in your home or office. And no cable boxes means unlimited connections and no clutter. You can surf the internet or stream any of your favorite television services with no cable. And the best part is, satellite internet service costs only a few dollars a day for your entire home. Yes, fast internet to surf or stream television for a few bucks a day. Call now for free details and learn how to drop your expensive cable bill.
800-712-8044. 800-712-8044.
Sydney, you might be right.
800.
Sydney, you might have a point.
8044. That's 800-712.
That's hilarious. And he's the tallest Jackson, isn't he? That's crazy. Sydney, you win the show today. I ain't got no prizes, but you win the show today. It's the lunch break with AJ and Sydney Brown today.
The kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Hilarious.
Okay, 1140 at 92.3.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker.
Oh yeah,
Dr.
nah, I ain't
Sylvia
playing with
Cole.
folks on that.
Tune in
Just
every
dumb.
Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock
Just
here on
dumb.
the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Hey, this is Raven Rogers from the University of Oregon, 800 meters, NCAA, 3-time NCAA champ, art major, Spanish fluent, Houston native right here. And you're listening to The Lunch Break with KYOK.
All right, y'all. Here, I need you to listen up to me. Would you invest $99 today to build $500 to $1,000 in residual income in 30 days? Let me ask you that again. Would you invest $99 today if you could build $500 to $1,000 residual income in 30 days? Well, why don't you learn how to make money from home through your smartphone? You can learn a skill that will earn you income for life. If you'd like to know more, contact Ms. Allison Dillard. That's Allison Dillard, Wealth Builder, at 832-312-6814. That's 832-312-6814. Or you can email her at allied, that's ALIED, _trades, TRADES, at yahoo.com. And in the subject line, just put, I'm ready. Again, if you want to learn how you can invest $99 today and build $500 to $1,000 in residual income in just 30 days, call this number, 832-312-6814. That's 832-312-6814. Ask for Miss Allison Dillard. Tell her you heard it right here on the lunch break. All right? All right. There you go. All right. So back at the on the lunch break, and I gotta give the naming rights to the show today to Sydney Brown. Sydney Brown answered my question about who's the least memorable Jackson brother, and she said, AJ, it's gotta be Jackie, because you didn't even remember him. And she's absolutely right, because he's the tallest Jackson. You remember the Jackson 5 cartoon? No, maybe y'all don't. There used to be a cartoon called the Jackson 5, and it had the silhouette of the Jackson brothers, and Jackie was the tallest. I think he's the oldest Jackson. So what did I say? I said you got Michael, you got Jermaine, you got Tito, you got Marlon, and I threw Randy in there. Randy was not even in the original group. He was too young. He's the youngest boy. And it was Jackie. Jackie was in there. And when Jermaine had some problems in the group, they put Jermaine out. They say Jermaine went solo, but word on the street is Jermaine was asked you ain't got to go home, but you can't come back and be in this group for a while. And they brought Randy in, and Randy, I think, played the drums. And it was so bad. I mean, it was so bad that when Michael Jackson won one of his many awards, he said, yeah, I want to thank my brothers and Jermaine. Like, Mike, that's your brother. When you said my brothers, Jermaine was already in there, unless something happened that we don't know about. So, yeah, Sydney Brown, you win the internet today. You've got naming rights on the show. Today's show is officially known as the Lunch Break Sports Talk Show with AJ and Sydney Brown. There you go. There you go. All right. So, big the bubble deal down there in Florida is not getting off to a great start. It's not getting off to a great start. COVID-19 numbers are, just really shooting up down in Florida, here in Texas, in Arizona, and other areas. So it just, we'll see how things work out. But, pictures are coming out about the living conditions down there. And I will say, with the exception of Rajon Rondo's, which is more of preference over, safety and cleanliness and just basic expectations for living standards for professional athletes, some of the ones with the ladies have been crazy. And you can't treat the ladies like they're the forgotten Jackson brother. You got to make sure that their conditions and their rooms and their food and all of that are, are what they should be. Sydney said, since I got naming rights, give a shout out to Texas Phoenix Fire 2020 XFFL champions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, she just did it. Let me do it again. Shout out to the Texas Phoenix Fire, your 2020 XFFL champions. Where's my We Are the Champions clip? Hey, somebody get me that We Are the Champions clip. I got Sydney Brown on here. We gotta do it. Sydney, hey, thank you for the stuff that you sent me about that too, man. I'm really, really excited for y'all. I look to be out at some of those games next season. I look to be out there for some of those games next season. Can I get a Texas Phoenix Fire mask? That's the cool thing now, to have a mask with the logos on it of your favorite team. I need a Texas Phoenix Fire mask. Can I get that? My number in high school was 15. My number in college was 15. And my favorite number is 3. So I'll take either of those numbers on there, 15 or 3. Yeah, that's what's up. All right, let me kind of get to some of the other stuff. Joel Embiid has got an amazing sense of humor. Joel Embiid has an amazing sense. Joel Embiid for the Philadelphia 76ers showed up to the bubble in a hazmat suit. Joel had the hazmat suit on, the goggles, the whole shooting match, the stuff covering his feet, everything. He said, hey, look out for my health. He was joking, but it was funny. It was funny. And it was one of those things where you got to find something to laugh about in the middle of a global pandemic. I mean, no rule says you got to be miserable through this thing. Cindy said you're going to call me about commentating. Well, y'all, hey, AJ Jones finna blow up because I'm about to be the voice of the Texas Phoenix Fire XFFL champions. I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Don't even call my agent. Call me directly. I'll negotiate that one. I'll be like Laramie Tunsil with the Texans. I'll negotiate my own deal on that one. So, yes, ma'am. You got my number? Make sure you got my stuff because I want that phone call. Yes, indeed. Look at God. How y'all say it? Look at God. Yeah. Won't he do it? All right. So anyway, and then the Astros played an inter-squad scrimmage yesterday without fans. They more than likely are going to be playing without fans come July 24th when they host the Seattle Mariners, and that's going to be at 8 o'clock our time. So they got a little work on it. Lance McCullers Jr. got a chance to pitch a little bit yesterday. He's been off for a while. He had didn't he have Tommy John surgery and missed the whole year plus. He had come back during spring training, was looking good. And then, of course, they had to shut it all down. Well, he pitched a little bit. All right. But Justin Verlander looked like Justin Verlander. Justin Verlander retired George Springer, Jose Altuve, and Michael Brantley. Sat him down. Go ahead. Have a seat. I'll be right back. So Astros get ready for their season opener. J.J. Watt has reiterated that he may sit all the way out if he is forced to wear that shield over his face mask that the NFL is looking at in the attempt to prevent COVID-19. It's bad if J.J. Watt saying he ain't going to do it. Mr. I don't want to talk about anything. I don't want to make any waves. I just want to be, check this out. If J.J. Watt was a professional wrestler, which one do you think he would be? I know most folks will say Hulk Hogan. But if J.J. Watt was a professional wrestler, which one do you think he would be? Like, don't create a name for him. You got to give him a name of a wrestler who is already out there. I'm going somewhere with this. It's a valid question. It's leading me into what I want to say about JJ. If JJ is complaining about it, it's like not good. So somebody call me, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. If J.J. Watt was a professional wrestler, who do you think he would be? 281-453-1000, or text me, 832-403-5005, 832-403-5005. If JJ was a professional wrestler, who do you think he would be? Got people texting me about other stuff, but I can multitask. All right. Okay, so since y'all slow, let me tell you who I think. I think he would be Hacksaw Jim Duggan. You know, the guy who had the American flag and everything was about the American flag. You know, I think JJ could if they did like a wrestling movie about former wrestlers and they needed current guys to play the former wrestlers in their prime. All they got to do is put a little weight on JJ, let him grow out a beard, do his hair differently, and let him walk around with the American flag, and he could be Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I mean, he's got to have a little poochy belly, which I don't think JJ has, but he's got to get that. I think you can do that through sentimentology, something CGA or CGI or something like that. Put a little belly on him. If Mr. America is complaining about the face mask and the shield, there's probably something wrong with the face mask and the shield. And if I'm the NFL and I'm in this listening mode where, Black Lives Matter and, we're going to play the Negro national anthem before the first weeks of games and, we're going to let the players put social justice stuff on their shoes and their jerseys and all this, they might want to listen to J.J. Watt when it comes to, this mask thing you're trying to get us to wear, it ain't it. I mean, why quote unquote fix one problem and create another one? I just, like, at some point, you got to listen to the people that actually have to use the stuff. Have you ever been on a job and somewhere out of nowhere, a change came down that nobody asked for? Like, nobody asked for it. Like, if they had asked me, I could have saved them a lot of time and money because this right here doesn't help anything. In fact, it makes stuff worse. I feel like that's what the NFL is getting ready to do with some of these protocols to supposedly create safety for the players. Somebody said J.J. Watt could be Shane McMahon. You got no chance. I could see that. He could probably do Vince McMahon if he had to play, him in the movie. But yeah, he's Mr. America. He's Mr. J.J. Watt and a flag go hand in hand, But anyway, I hope that they'll listen to the players, especially somebody like J.J. Watt, when they're making all these changes. All right, so then the other one, Richard Sherman, who I love. I actually absolutely love. I respect. Good brother who speaks his mind. He ain't going to back down from nothing. Richard Sherman called out the NFL for one of their safety protocols. And that's the one where it says after the game, for safety reasons, the players can no longer exchange jerseys. I don't know if you noticed that because that's become a thing over the last couple of years. Somebody like Saquon Barkley will be in a game with, a famed running back, and there's mutual admiration, and the running back will take off his jersey and give it to Saquon Barkley, and Saquon Barkley will take off his jersey and give it to the running back. It's a thing. It's something that, it's not affecting anybody's life. It's not fixing world hunger. It hasn't fix world peace or anything like that, but the players enjoy doing it. And for some reason, out of all the things to be considered with the possible spread of COVID-19, they decided that they need to stop the players from swapping jerseys. I'll take a break. I'll come back. I'll tell you what Richard Sherman had to say.
An attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. That's 800-547-4170.
This is a potter's field. When people can't pay for their funerals, they are buried here. It is a lonely, desolate place, littered with unmarked headstones. No one visits. No one leaves flowers. But it doesn't have to be that way. For as low as $1 a day, you can ensure your family will have the money to pay your funeral expenses. We offer burial insurance plans that pay up to $30,000. Considering the average funeral costs more than $10,000, that's peace of mind for your family. There are no medical exams, your rates won't increase, and your policy cannot be canceled as long as you make your premium payments. Call now to get approved in minutes and ensure your final resting place is more than just a pauper's grave in a potter's field.
800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. That's 800-308-6729. Paid for by Final Expense Direct.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently? And now you
I
can't
don't
afford
think
your mortgage
I can.
payment?
The last
or do
one
you
I
have
have
a rental
from
property
you
and your tenants aren't
is
paying
when you
you?
said yes.
Quick Cash Offer can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately.
Oh, get out of here.
Sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents and risking your safety by showing your home to lukewarm
Okay,
buyers.
or
You
share
don't need to lose your home to
the
foreclosure.
deal with them.
If you
and
have
I
any
think they
equity
can
in your
comment
home,
there, 'cause I
we
think
will
I've
buy
seen
it
people
and give you
comment that I
cash
didn't even know
within
who they were.
days,
Someone
all in a
shared
simple
the link.
over the phone and virtual process. Call Quick Cash
thanks,
Offer
Lee.
now before the economy gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just don't want to get the cash you need today.
800-780-1431. 800-780-1431.
Yeah, just give me
800-780-1431. That's 800-780-1431.
There's nobody but me here today.
Hey, this is Tori and Terry, and we're with a new show on the legendary KYOK called Marriage Talks with Tori and Terry.
Yes, that's Saturdays at 1 p.m. Marriage Talk with us. You can call in and talk with us about your marriage questions, engagement, relationship questions. We're here to assist you. Saturdays at 1 p.m.
And that's on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Talk to you then.
It's the lunch break on KYOK.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Got a shout out to the Phoenix Fire. They are checking us out. Team Phoenix Fire, the 2020 XFFL champions are checking us out. Thank you, Sydney Brown. That's why we like this today, Sydney. You and me, we like this today, Sydney. We like this today. So I appreciate you. Big shout out to all the champs that are checking out the lunch break today. So real quick, let me get back to Richard Sherman. You know, again, the NFL doesn't seem to be listening to J.J. Watt. J.J. says these face masks are supposed to protect us against COVID. Keep that. I ain't playing if you got to wear that. And then Richard Sherman has an issue with the NFL saying that they can't exchange jerseys after the game. And he said, and I quote, This is a perfect example of the NFL thinking in a nutshell. Players can go engage in a full contact game and do it safely. However, it is deemed unsafe for them to exchange jerseys after said game. Texas Phoenix Fire. That's crazy. You play a whole game bumping, grinding, digging it in, and all of a sudden, you play that game for what, almost 3 hours? And all of a sudden, the 15 minutes that it takes to exchange jerseys after the game, that's where the outbreak's gonna happen. Not while you were, where you were tackling, where you were running, where you catching, where you doing your thing. But that last 15 minutes after the game, when you pull your jersey up not even off your body, off your shoulder pads. I don't think people understand how we dress up underneath our stuff. You usually have a shirt on underneath, maybe some, rib pads or something. And then you have your jersey, your shoulder pads on top of that. And you have your jersey on top of that. So it's like, but no. NFL, baby, they got it figured out. They got it figured out. Big shout out to China. Big shout out to Christy. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Texas Phoenix Fire in the house. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. So I'm sorry, team Texas Phoenix Fire, the 2020 XFFL champions. I love that, man. I love that. So anyway, so that's that. And let me see. I want to get all these stuff out of the way because I'm really gonna get into some stuff. I'm really just warming up to what I'm gonna get into today. So if you're sensitive in your feelings, if you're easily offended, today might not be the day to tune into the show because I got some stuff today. I don't have guests. I want to get to it. But let's see. The Big Ten announced that they were canceling all their non-conference games. So the Big Ten is only going to play against the teams in their conference. They're not going to play out-of-conference games because of course, COVID-19. And I've heard a lot of commentators have a problem with that. Oh, the poor little schools, that's how they make their money. And, I just can't believe. Can I say this slow for the people in the back? It's a global pandemic. It's not like anything we've ever seen before. Let me slow it down for you even more. Some things are going to have to be different. And I know that's hard for some people to understand. In the land of the free and the home of the brave, for some people, where you got the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, for some people, where some men are created equal. Over here, on these here United States of America, everybody should have the right to do whatever they want to do, even in the midst of a global pandemic. Well, Buttercup, I hate to break it to you. I hate to break it to you, but it's different. It is different. Can I break some English for it? Can I split a verb or two? It's gonna be different. It ain't like it used to be, at least right now. I don't care how much you say, it's no big deal. I'm an American. I'm in a free country. I want to do what I want to do. If them people tell you to wear a mask, you got two choices. Put on a mask or go to a different store. All this pushing people and coughing on folk and running in the store like you ain't got no sense, no parents, no decency, none of that. That's ridiculous. You gonna run up against the wrong You're going to run up against the wrong minimum wage employee. I'm telling you, you're going to run up against the wrong minimum wage, just trying to make ends meet employee, and you're going to end up getting yourself checked. I'm telling you. I saw the lady in the shoe store throwing shoes at the little girl. Let me have been in the shoe store, and you decided to throw boxes of shoes at me and then walk calmly to your car and drive off like nothing was wrong. Child, please. Y'all don't remember Carl Lewis. Carl Lewis used to be one of the fastest men alive. I would have ran up on you before you knew you were going to walk away. I would have got you before you made your pivot to go and walk away with your self-righteous self. I don't care who you think you are and how free you think you are. Once you've thrown boxes of shoes at me, you have given me the freedom. Yeah. I got the freedom now. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to be free to do, but just know this, that door that you think you're going to stroll through, American, it ain't going to happen. You're going to be right there when them popos come to get you, either you or me. One of us is going. And you done hit me with boxes of shoes, I might be the one that need to go. Stop it. Stop with this nonsense. I am sorry that the FCS schools and the group of 5 schools and pick a school, I don't know, Division II, whoever would have had the privilege of playing Ohio State or Michigan or Michigan State or Minnesota or Iowa or Nebraska. Did I get everybody? I know I left out a bunch of them. Whoever would have had the privilege of playing those schools in another season, you're not going to get the chance to play them this season because it's kind of like different. It's a global pandemic. They just trying to have a season. So they decided that they just going to play within their own little region. They're not going to let you fly in from East Bufu and play against them just so you can get a paycheck. Not this year. Not this year. Keith Phoenix said self-defense is still legal in this country. Yeah, you hit me with a couple of boxes of shoes because you couldn't come in. Let's say it right. Can I say it right, Keith? Because you chose to walk past the sign on the door that said no shoes, no shirt, no pants, no mask, no service. Because you chose to walk past that sign, and I did what I was supposed to do and check you at the door and say, I'm sorry, excuse me, ma'am. We have a requirement in our store that you have to wear a mask. Would you like to go and get yours, or would you like one of ours? And you still had a problem with that? And you now calling me out my name and you throwing shoes and stuff like that? I'm no longer an employee. It ain't about the job now. It's about me and you. It's about us getting an understanding. And I'm going to need you to understand 2 things. 1, you're not going to throw shoes at me. And 2, you're not going to get to that door. You're going to be here when the police that I've called for either you or me, because they're going to need to come and get one of us. Yeah, you're going to be here for that. You're not going to be in your car. You're not going to be on the phone with your friends talking, yeah, I showed them I was an American. I woke up in a free country. The waking up part is from that point on is questionable. It's subjective. We don't know. We don't know. I'm telling you, going to run up on the wrong person. And I'm sorry, you're not going to get to be the victim. You can't create a problem that you become a victim of in the same day. You can't start something and then be the victim of the thing you started. No. I'm sorry. Did you think it worked like that? That's not how it works. It's not how any of this works. So, yeah. I'm sorry that the schools that have scheduled the Big Ten are not going to get to play them for their money games. Again, if you haven't figured it out, folks are just trying to get some games played. They might not be able to play your little school. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Now, what I really have an issue with is these states that are trying to run these kids back out there and get them playing again. In fact, I'll hit that second hour. That one's going to take a little bit of my time. So anyway, that's that. And then the last thing I want to cover, I need to give a standing ovation. And I need y'all to do it with me. 2 football players at Jack Yates High School. One by the name of Brandon Brown and his brother Broderick. One's a junior, the other one's a sophomore. Saved a couple from a burning garage over the weekend. Apparently during playing with fireworks and all that, fireworks shooting off, these people's garage caught on fire, and some kind of way they were trapped inside the garage. And these 2 young men, along with their family members, kicked in the door and was able to get the couple out safely. And I want to give credit where credit is due. You know, while some people are trying to convince us that there's black on black, what are you going to do about Chicago? What are you going to do about black on black crime? Well, first of all, Chicago ain't a black issue, and there's no such thing as black on black crime. So I'm going to celebrate these 2 young brothers. Again, Brandon Brown and Broderick Brown. Let me pull my chair back. Let me stand up and let me. Yeah. That's what's up right there. That's being concerned about your fellow man and your neighbors and your community. And that's the kind of stuff right there. That's what it is right there. That's called, when you see a neighbor in need, you take care of the need. Imagine if those 2 young brothers, I shouldn't do this. Sydney, I should not do. China, Dallas, I should not do this, but I'm gonna. Imagine if those 2 young boys who said, well, all lives matter. I ain't going in there. All lives matter. All lives matter. Imagine if they had done that. They didn't do that. They realized that those people in that garage, that their lives mattered. And Brandon and Broderick decided to put their lives at risk so that they could make sure that the lives in danger mattered. You see how that works? Instead of typing about it like, oh, our neighbors, their garage caught on fire and, you know, all lives matter, so I sure hope they're okay. They actually got up and did something about it. And because they did, you got a whole family that's blessed because somebody took the time to care about them and do something for them that they couldn't do for themselves. That right there is what it is. So anyway, let me hit this this top of the hour ID, and then when we come back in the second hour, I got a couple things on my chest that I need to get out on Freestyle Friday. So I'm giving you fair warning now. All right. I think I hit all the sports updates. Yep. Mike D'Antoni says he's going to coach wearing a mask in Orlando. It was rumored that coaches over a certain age would not be able to coach on the sideline. Mike D'Antoni will be on the sideline with the Rockets when they play the games down in Orlando. He will be wearing a mask. I don't know about what Greg Popovich, of course, he's a little bit up in age up there with San Antonio and some of the other coaches. So we'll see what they decide to do. But Mike D'Antoni says he's going to do it. All right, y'all, we'll be right back right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
He healed my body and he healed my faith. And I 1140 KYOK Conroe. The legend continues.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests,
Of course,
and
Sydney.
callers,
Anything
who
for
are
you today?
entirely responsible for all show
Anything.
content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We made it! We made it! We made it! We made it! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! We made it! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this hollering, we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up the chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We made it! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house! It's a wrap. Game over.
No, that's just the first hour on the books, second hour underway right here on the legendary KYOK. And, you know, that's my intro to my show, Little Ray Lewis and Game Time. What time is it? Game time. Any dogs in the house? Yeah. But I got to do that one today for the Texas Phoenix Fire. They are your 2020 XFFL champions, and they are tuning in today. Got a shout out to Sydney. Got a shout out to China. Got a shout out to, let's see, there was somebody else I had to shout out to. Where is she? Now I can't see her name. Where did the other young lady go? Oh, Tiffany. Big shout out to you as well. All right, y'all. Hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Hey, Sabrina Golden, what's going on? Man, so our first hour, you know, we got it out of the way. I covered all the little different things related to sports because, you know, everybody's like, AJ, you have really turned into a kind of like a militant. You're like a Black Panther kind of guy. Oh, Christy. Hey, Christy, what's going on? Yeah, you're like a Black Panther kind of guy now with all this Black Lives Matter. And, you know, are you okay? Number one, I haven't turned into anything. I don't remember when I was a little bitty baby, but I have a feeling. Let me think about. Yeah, I have a feeling I've been Black all my life, and now that I'm a little bit older, and now that I'm not just dependent upon what they taught me at St. Thomas More Elementary School, Cameron Park Elementary School, Forest Park Middle School, Forest Park High School, De La Salle High School, graduated from Forest Park High School, went to Tulane University, went to the University of New Orleans, attended classes at Elmhurst College, attended classes at Houston Baptist University, attended classes at Southwestern Theological Seminary. Now that I'm no longer dependent upon them to teach me my history, I understand a few things a little differently than I understood them before. I understand that the history that we were taught and the history that actually was are not quite the same. So my focus is to make sure that our history is taught, at least to our people, because they ain't gonna be taught in, the schools that they're in. And also that there is an end to racism, police brutality, social and economic injustices against people of color, particularly Black people. It's just that simple. And if that makes you uncomfortable and that makes you think that I've gone militant, then maybe I'm not the one with the problem. Maybe you were too comfortable. And maybe you have an extreme view or opinion of what someone who's concerned about racism, police brutality, social and economic injustices, systematic racism against Black people, what that looks like. Like there's a whole lot of places that you can land before you get to militant. Like I haven't militarized anything. If you really want to know the definition of militant, I haven't militarized anything. I have not even broke out into any kind of military formations. Now I'm being strategic. I'm very strategic. And I'm not being distracted by the things that you want to distract and deflect with. And let's keep it in the world of sports for a second. Let's keep it in the world of sports for a second. So you've got this you got this young lady. I'm trying to be nice. You got this young lady who is a co-owner of the Atlanta Dream. Her name is Kelly Loeffler. And not only is she a co-owner of the Atlanta Dream, but she's also a U.S. Senator. And Kelly Loeffler has decided that she wants to speak out against the Black Lives Matter movement. Let me do a little teaching there. There's a difference between the Black Lives group, founders and group, and the Black Lives movement. The founders and the group might have one foundation. They might have one theology. In fact, one of the founders of the Black Lives Movement group has said that she is a Marxist. And she called the name of one of the other founders and said, we are trained Marxists. And every single person who does not want to be bothered with Black lives, period, and let alone Black Lives Mattering, have jumped on that one statement and discarded the whole thing as nonsense because the group, the founder, and the co-founder have broadened their horizons and studied Marxism. I studied French. Does that make me French? I studied a little bit of German. Does that make me German? When I'm in Kenya, I can speak a little bit of Swahili. When I'm ingrained and immersed in the culture, I can understand it, I can speak it. But does that make me that thing because I studied it? And then even further, does that make everyone that follows me that thing? There's a lot of things that I can do that my children can't do, but they have my DNA. That doesn't mean that that's who or what they are. So if you can't figure out the difference between a group and a movement, it's not because the group or the movement is bad. It's because you don't want to figure out the difference. You don't want to. And Kelly Loeffler, the co-owner of the Atlanta Dream, does not want to understand Black Lives Matter. She don't want to understand that. She don't want to understand that. Kelly Loeffler, senator from Georgia, who is a conservative and is the co-owner of the Dream, does not agree with the WNBA's plan to honor Black Lives Matter. She wrote a letter to the WNBA commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, asking the league to scrap plans for the players to wear warm-up jerseys that have the words Black Lives Matter on the jerseys and say her name. Loeffler wrote that she would rather an American flag be on the jerseys and the team apparel. One question. Where has she been? Has she not paid attention to all of the athletes who have expressed their feelings about not being able to exercise their First Amendment rights? Freedom of speech, freedom to assemble, freedom to protest, and many others under that First Amendment during whenever they want to do it. So during the national anthem, when they're waving the flag, whatever, they want to be able to exercise their right. So Kelly Loeffler, who refuses to even try to understand what Black Lives Matter means, is trying to do, trying to accomplish, why it's even necessary, just wants to go back to the very thing that has caused some people to feel like they are not included, they are not heard, they are being marginalized, and they are being forced to submit to a way that was never meant to include them. I heard a brother say this, and I got to agree with him. After all these years of living, I got to agree with him. The system was not made for us, and it is not broken. It's not broken. It's working exactly the way it was meant to work. Let me play the disclaimer real quick, because I'm saying stuff right now. Hold on, that ain't what I want. This is what I want right here. Hold on.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers, who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
All right, so Keith Hennick said ignorance is a disgusting trait. Kelly, stop talking and people won't have to know how stupid you are. And Keith, I'm going to try to be respectful to her, because if I ever had an opportunity to talk with her, I would try to get her to understand, even though part of my mind would have a preconceived notion that she doesn't want to understand. I would at least want to try. But here's the thing. It's not just Kelly Loeffler. It's not. Kelly Loeffler is just the one that's saying what she's thinking on the inside out. Because I'm just going to go here today. It's Roger Goodell. It's Adam Silver. It's Rob Manford. It's Gary Bettman. It's all of them. How can you say that, AJ? The NFL has said that the players can protest and they can kneel during the anthem, and they're going to play the Negro National Anthem. Nobody asked for the Negro National Anthem to be played, unless it was Jay-Z. And I'm sorry, Jay-Z doesn't speak for everyone black in the NFL. Instead of giving trinkets, why don't they make meaningful change? That tells me they're not listening. And if they were listening, they would be doing more than painting Black Lives Matter on the side of the court. They would show that Black Lives Matter with something more than paint and jersey patches. We'll be right back after this on the lunch break.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
I'm Linda J. We all know Election Day is just around the corner. We want change. We need change. We can be the change. Exercise your right for change on Election Day. Don't talk about it. Let's be about it. So let's roll to the polls in record numbers and we can make that change. This message is approved by KYOK 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOKradio.org.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Be sure to tune in to Motivational Thursdays on Shiloh Radio, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., where you will be encouraged, inspired, and ignited on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM.
The lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
All right, y'all, we're back on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Big shout out to my brother Jay Strong. Good to see you, man. All right, so let me get back to this. Kelly Loeffler, the co-owner of the Atlanta Dream and of the senator from the state of Georgia, said in her letter to the commissioner of the WNBA, she said, and I quote, "The WNBA is based on the principle of equal and fair treatment for all people, and we, along with the teams and players, will continue to use our platform." No, I'm sorry. This is Engelbert's response back to Kelly Loeffler. She said the WNBA is based on the principle of equal and fair treatment of all people, and we, along with the teams and players, will continue to use our platforms to vigorously advocate for social justice. Again, that's what the commissioner said back to Kelly Loeffler. And Kelly Loeffler said this, and I quote, she said, "The truth is we need less, not more politics in sports. In a time when polarizing politics is as divisive as ever, sports has the power to be a unifying antidote. And now more than ever, we should be united in our goal to remove politics from sports." here's where I have a question. It's always we want to remove politics from sports when the players want to address social injustice. But no one ever says to remove politics from sports when a billionaire owner wants to donate to a presidential campaign, or when a billionaire owner hosts a fundraiser for a political candidate, or when John Elway goes on a conservative talk show and doesn't ever talk about sports, talks about the political candidate or environment or anything. Like, it's always not a problem when it's done one way, but when the players want to talk about social injustice and they want to talk about it. They haven't done anything. They haven't done anything. They've said, hey, listen, we need to address this. And ownership says, oh, don't worry about it. Keep politics out of sports. And commentators say, oh, no, keep politics out of sports. And the players continue to see somebody have their life taken. Tamir Rice, Leandro Castro, Eric Garner, Breonna Taylor, Tatiana up in Dallas-Fort Worth, of course, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery. And it's like nobody says anything, political or sports-wise. And then the athletes start bringing awareness to these things. Colin Kaepernick sat down and didn't say a word to anybody. He didn't try to wave a flag. Hey, I'm protesting racial injustice and police brutality. He sat down. He didn't say a word to anybody. He sat down, and when the national anthem was done, he went and played in the game. He didn't refuse to play. He didn't make political comments. Nothing. Game 2, same thing. A reporter highlighted Colin Kaepernick on a picture sitting down during the national anthem. A military Green Beret saw it. Nate Boyer saw it and called Colin Kaepernick. Sent him a letter. Colin Kaepernick read the letter, called Nate Boyer back. The two of them met like grown men and they reasoned together. And Nate Boyer says, I get it. I see what you're trying to do. It is important for you to bring awareness to that. Maybe you should kneel, because we kneel before the bodies of our fallen soldiers. We kneel to pray. We kneel when we propose to our significant others. Kneeling is respectful. Colin said, no problem. I don't want to be disrespectful. And then Colin kneeled for the final 2 preseason games and for the rest of that season. And then when the reporters ran to his locker and asked him, what are you doing and why are you doing it? Then Colin began to speak up about social injustice, police brutality, racism against Black people. And then that's when the world had a problem. All of a sudden, the world had a problem. Nobody had a problem when Michael Brown got killed from a certain side. The people in the community got killed, but then we had to hear all about Michael Brown's background and all about the bad things he did. And Leandro Castro literally was asked to give them his license. And he said, hey, I have a concealed handgun, but I have a license for that too. Let me see it. And when he goes to reach for the ID, he gets shot and killed. Tamir Rice, a kid playing in a park with a toy gun, which me and my friends have done forever as kids. And seconds after the police jump a curb in the park is dead. And again, when the athletes speak up, it's bringing politics into sports. That's why I say it's not just Kelly Loeffler. It's Roger Goodell. It's Adam Silver. It's Rob Manfred. It's Gary Bettman. And let me just go ahead and go here. It's some of us. I'm just including my name in it so you don't think I'm throwing stones at you. It's some of us. People don't want to be bothered with other people's problems. They want to ask, hey, why can't you just talk about sports? Because guess what? There are more important things going on in life right now than just sports. And oh yeah, by the way, the same way that Kelly Loeffler thinks that sports can bring us together, sports can also shine a bigger light. It can bring more awareness. It's that big of a platform. When you got millions and millions of people around the world watching a sport and they see a thing that says Black Lives Matter on it, or they see something on the back of the jersey, it might make them stop and think like, wow, how do I feel about that? How would I feel if I saw someone that I love getting knelt on for 8 minutes and 46 seconds and they died right before my very eyes? But again, the leagues have got to realize that that's not just it. You painting Black Lives Matter on a basketball court is not going to stop the next police officer from brutalizing or killing another black man or woman. Kelly Loeffler, you having a flag on somebody's warm-up is not going to make us all of a sudden equal. If I say forever and forever, I'm a pony. I'm a pony. I ain't got no tail. I'm a pony. I don't even have hair, let alone a mane. I'm a pony. You might be able to ride on my back, but you're not going to ride on my back like I'm a horse. I'm sorry. It's all of them. It's not just the Kelly Loefflers. It's not just the Donald Sterlings. Those are the egregious ones. And Kelly Loeffler says she's not going to be silent. She's got every right. She's not going to sell the team. She's got every right to speak out and speak up. And she literally said that for her, it's about being a God-fearing Christian. It's about believing in the life of unborn children. It's about believing in the Second Amendment. And I have a question. Where are those things when it comes to black people? Where are those things when it comes to athletes? Where are those things when it comes to the people in our community that play on your teams? And oh yeah, by the way, I don't think any of them were trying to get abortions. I don't know why that seems to trump everything. Like, oh, if you guys didn't get abortions, then George Floyd wouldn't be dead. If you guys didn't get abortions, then Philandro Castro wouldn't be dead. If you didn't get abortions, then Trayvon Martin, might still be alive. I'm going to say this and you might not like it. You might be pro-embryo, but you're not pro-life. If you were pro-life, you would care about the lives after they were born, not just when they're born. I'm starting to think that pro-life is just a political statement. It's not a real thing. Because if it was, you would care about the lives after they were born and not just after they become an embryo. And I'm sorry, if you're a Christian and you're calling black people thugs and calling them a mob because they're exercising the same Second Amendment rights that you want to be able to exercise because you couldn't go down and get your favorite hamburger, you couldn't go down and get your cup of Java mocha latte, Black people were carrying out their Second Amendment rights because a young man was killed running for his life with a taser. You have a whole gun, he's got a taser. He was supposed to die? Oh yeah, the rule book says it was a perfect, did exactly what they were supposed to do. Then the rule book needs to be changed. It's just that simple. And if you're asking me, well, what about Chicago? You don't care about Chicago. You're just tired of hearing me talk about this. Well, what about black on black crime? You don't care about black on black crime. You haven't done anything about it up to now. Why are you asking me about it now? And oh yeah, by the way, it doesn't exist. It's called crime. As soon as you tell me what you're doing about white on white crime, I'll tell you what's going on with black on black crime, because it doesn't exist. Keith Hennig said, change is coming. I feel that to my core. It will change, and soon. I don't know, Keith. I don't know. The people with the power, Kelly Loeffler, Adam Silver, Roger Goodell, Gary Bettman, could make some things really, really happen right now through the world of sports. Right now. The same people that are literally giving out trinkets. Oh, we're going to let you put Black Lives Matter on your jerseys. We're going to let you put Say Her Name on your jerseys. We're going to let you protest during the night. We're going to let you exercise your First Amendment right. How about you call your friend the president and tell him to pass meaningful legislation? Rob Manfred, you got a phone call directly from Mitch McConnell asking you to start the baseball season. How about you call him back and ask him to pass meaningful legislation that's going to make it really, really, really punishable if a police officer kills another unarmed black man or woman. Like, why don't you just do something instead of talking about why you don't want to do something? If Black Lives Matter is a phrase that bothers you, number one, the problem is with you. Number two, forget the phrase and just do something about the problem. And people literally just want to play football. I'm sorry, I just want to live through my day. I'm sorry that my desire for me and my children and other people that look like me and their children to live through the day gets in the way of your football, gets in the way of your baseball, gets in the way of your basketball. Oh, I just want to get away from my life and I just want to hear about sport. I'm sorry your life is that bad that you got to get away from it. I can't get away from being black. I can't get away from every time my child tells me, hey, Dad, I'm going to go to the store. I'm worried. I'm not worried that he's going to spend too much money. I'm not worried that he's going to have a car accident. I'm not worried that somebody's going to rob him. I am worried that he is going to get pulled over, he's going to get stopped, and he's going to get killed. Not one single one of Kelly Loeffler or Roger Goodell or Adam Silver or Gary Bettman or any of their contemporaries that are not black have that same concern. None of them. Yeah, just stick to sports, keep politics out of sports. Okay, we'll keep the politics out, but we're not going to take the life out of it. These are multi-million-dollar athletes, and they're still black, and they can still be killed for nothing. And as long as they entertain you, you're happy. But as soon as they want equal rights, equal treatment, equal appreciation, equal justice, then all of a sudden it's politics and sports. I'll say it again. The problem ain't with Black Lives Matter. The problem ain't with keeping politics out of sports. Be mad at me for saying this, but the problem is with you. If your first statement or thought is, what about Chicago? You got the problem. If your first statement is, I don't see color, you got the problem. If you can't see the color of my or another athlete or another person's skin, you've got the problem. Sports are a privilege. Sports are a luxury. Sports are great to have. Sports make a lot of money for communities, for schools, for people. But I would trade every single bit of it so that people that look like me could have the same equal rights, safety, protection, economic opportunities, housing opportunities, school opportunities, employment opportunities, every single area of our life. If they could have the exact same rights and opportunities as everybody with nothing subjective, especially race, genderism, whataboutisms, I'd give up every single sport in the world. I'd never talk about sports again. I could lay this microphone down and never touch it again. Bubba Wallace, just trying to drive his car. And folks got mad because somebody else recognized a garage pull that was tied in the fashion of a noose. And instead of folks being, oh, well, hey, at least it was not what we thought it was. Like he thought, oh, it's a hoax. He's a liar. Jussie Smollett. I'm grateful for the drivers that stood behind him. I'm embarrassed that we have a president of the United States that, instead of speaking unity, chose to stoke flames. Flames of racism. Flames of inequality. Flames of division. I'm sorry. I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I'm an independent all day long. I voted yesterday. If you don't like this show and I see the numbers are low, that's good. That's good. That's good. Because now I know who cares and who doesn't care. It's amazing how people stop listening when you start talking about stuff that matters to you. You'll know who your friends really are. Long as I'm tap dancing and talking sports, people want to follow me. I have hundreds and thousands of listeners. As soon as I say Black Lives Matter, I got 3 or 4. I'm sorry. I'm black all my life, whether you see my color or not. LeBron James is black every day of his life, whether you see his color or not. Pick somebody. They are who they are, whether you see color or not. And one day, their lives ought to matter. I'm going to take a break. We'll be back with more. We'll wrap it up after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. If you got comments, you got statements, you got something you want to say, you want to disagree with me, you're welcome. 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. You know, again, it amazes me how folks want LeBron James and Shannon Sharp to speak up and denounce Deshaun Jackson for making a quote by Hitler. How come people never get mad when Tom Brady or Bill Belichick or Aaron Rodgers never speak up when black people get killed? Why do white people always want black people to stand up and say something, but you don't ever call Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, or Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees out when they don't say anything when something happens to black people. All right, I got to take a break.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. That's 800-547-4170.
This is a potter's field. When people can't pay for their funerals, they are buried here. It is a lonely, desolate place, littered with unmarked headstones. No one visits. No one leaves flowers. But it doesn't have to be that way. For as low as $1 a day, you can ensure your family will have the money to pay your funeral expenses. We offer burial insurance plans that pay up to $30,000. Considering the average funeral costs more than $10,000, that's peace of mind for your family. There are no medical exams, your rates won't increase, and your policy cannot be canceled as long as you make your premium payments. Call now to get approved in minutes and ensure your final resting place is more than just a pauper's grave in a potter's field.
800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. That's 800-308-6729. Paid for by Final Expense Direct.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? Quick Cash Offer can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents and risking your safety by showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your home to foreclosure. If you have any equity in your home, we will buy it and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call Quick Cash Offer now before the economy gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just don't want to get the cash you need today.
800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. That's 800-780-1431.
Hey, this is Tori and Terry, and we're with a new show on the legendary KYOK called Marriage Talk with Tori and Terry.
Yes, that's Saturdays at 1 p.m. Marriage Talk with us. You can call in and talk with us about your marriage questions, engagement, relationship questions. We're here to assist you. Saturdays at 1 p.m.
And that's on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Talk to you then.
Again I say unto you, if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything, it shall be done for them by my Father who is in heaven. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them.
Matthew 18, 19, and 20. That's the gospel.
And we're KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK. 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Okay. The lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Just that quick, got a bunch of text messages. I'm not going to read them. Yeah, appreciate it. Yep, I know. Cry me a river. You know, if you can explain to me why you are oppressed and you're sitting in an air-conditioned room when people are literally living under bridges, I'll listen to why Black Lives Matter. Well, here's the thing, and I said I wasn't going to read them. I probably shouldn't have. I don't owe you an explanation, and you don't want an explanation. If I explained to you, you wouldn't agree with it. So we'll just be going round and round, and I got more important things to do. I got to fight racism. I got to fight police brutality. I got to fight social and economic injustices and systematic racism against Black people. So I don't have time to, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't have time. All right. Superintendent of schools in Dallas told a local network that high school football in the state of Texas is highly unlikely in 2020. No high school football is what the superintendent of schools in Dallas told a major network. So we'll see. We'll see. Again, James Harden and Russell Westbrook did not travel with the Rockets. They will join the team in the near future. A lot of speculations on why they are not with the team. J.J. Watt, again, reiterating he does not want to wear the face shield that the league is talking about the players having to wear, saying he will sit out if that's the case. And Richard Sherman calling the league in question about playing complete games and then not being able to swap jerseys after the game due to safety reasons. So that's the sports update. Got to give, again, some more love to Jack Yates football players, Brandon Brown and his brother Broderick Brown. They helped save a couple from a burning garage over the weekend, and they are our exceptional athletes of the day. I got to give them a bunch of love for what they're doing. Listen, I'm going to do this. I'm going to shut down a little early today. Nothing going on, nothing. Just, I'm going to dedicate these next few minutes to music that will hopefully cause somebody to, to reflect and to think and to, just search their own heart rather than always telling other people what they need to work on first before they fight against racism, police brutality, social economic injustices, and systematic racism against Black people. It's like, maybe some Christian music will help you. I don't know. But as I said before, sports are fine, but I'm not going to just talk about sports because people want me to. I know that that's what I'm supposed to do here on the show. And I got it in. I gave you the sports update, gave you the latest in the world of sports. Let me see if there's anything breaking. Want to make sure I do my job. Oh, Giants catcher Buster Posey says he's going to opt out of the 2020 season. Posey and his wife adopted identical twins that were born prematurely, and they're going to need to be in the NICU for a while. And the adoptions just became final yesterday. So Buster Posey says he is not going to go down and play baseball and possibly expose himself or his family to COVID-19. So there you go. All right. As always, Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. Of course, over the weekend, we've got Marriage Talk. We've got Angel Lewis's show. We've got Jesse Jackson, Keep Hope Alive. We got Walt Baby Love and Gospel Tracks. Monday, you got Erica Campbell and Griff, Get Up Morning, 6 a.m. to 9. And then I'll be back with my boy David Grubb, and we'll give you Media Monday on Monday. So as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. There's nothing you can do about it except wear your mask, wash your hands for 20 seconds or more, sanitize everything around you, and be sensitive to everyone around you. And when you see that racism, kill it. Not the person, the racism. All right, y'all be safe. God bless.
I know you were heaven sent just for me.
All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I hope those who were hung in on the show, you enjoyed it. Sydney Brown and China and what was the other young lady's name? Was it Felicia? Again, I want to appreciate y'all. Misty, I think was her name. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Again, Texas Phoenix Fire. God bless y'all. Congratulations on winning the 2020 XFFL championship. And Sydney, get at me. I want to see how we can work together. All right. I promise I'll be well under control when I'm calling you all's games. So again, y'all, not this, but this. Come on. I love you. Nothing you can do about it. Take care.